Alright, let's get started. So what we will do is try to uh, use this gradient bar for our player and for the components that are so for the allies and enemies. Let's use this gradient bar. So there are a couple of things that we can do. Either we can so this gradient bar will not move by default with the player or with the enemy. So we will need a script that will move this component along with the transform of the child or whatever we want. So first thing we will do is create a script called move with. It will be a generic script, and we will name it something like this: create script move with another GameObject. So this is our move with another GameObject script, and we will we will drag and drop this. So let's make a copy first of gradient bar 1, so we can use it for other specific purposes. And in the gradient bar 2, we will simply drag and drop this on the top of it, and then we will press edit script. It will take a second or two to load the script, and once the script is loaded, it will take two transforms or two game objects: public game object A, and then on the update it will simply transform dot position is equal to A dot position, A dot transform dot position. Here again A is not given yet, but once we do this, it will be shown up here. And let's create an empty cube here, 3D object, empty, create empty like this, and we will put the sample text to here and then uncheck it for no reason, and then game object will be here, and this we will rename it to place for progress bar, and then we will on this script. Now we will try to move this script along with the other game object. So now when we press tab, right now as you can see, the progress bar shown movement is because of that we gave this reference here, place for progress bar, and it will move this progress bar along with it. So far so good, but the thing is we have to do this for enemies as well. So again, to show you that it is dependent upon this script, so if we uncheck it and now you play it, the progress bar will stay behind, but the moment we check this true and now we press play, the progress bar will start to update. So this was for this tutorial, and now we save it, and we will try to do this similar thing on an enemy, which is this enemy. So if we press on this enemy, uh, we will try to create a an empty set here, create empty, and here we will put that to here, rename it as a progress bar position, put that to here, I guess. Yep, this is right. And now with the this enemy component, now we will simply when we make this enemy a prefab, which we will, but before that, what this means is even for the allies. So the allies, if we can show in a progress bar, this is our ally component, and here we will simply create empty, put that in stickman from example, put it like this here, somewhere here, call it place progress bar. So this will be where the progress bar will be, or we can drag and drop this gradient bar here to something like this, and drag and drop this to here. And now we will go to progress bar position for the ally again. We will rename this gradient bar 3 to progress bar and then ally, and then we go to ally, and then we put it here, progress bar for ally, put at the top like this, and now if we play, so if we play now to check if the progress bar shows up, so here it says the move with another game object is not given, which we understand. So we will need to pass this component here. We will uncheck it here again and go to ally again. In the progress bar ally, it asks for the thing it want to be moved with, so we will give the A component here. And now even though it will be here, but its parent will be detached yet, so it won't show up. But for testing sake, we will show you what we are asking, what we are saying. So now if we play, it won't give an it does give an error, and it is object reference not set to an instance of object. And if we double click it, it's in the RectTransform size. The reason it is, or the reason of it is that it doesn't have the parent as a canvas, so we will drag and drop this back to our at the top of our canvas parent for progress bar here, something like this. And now if we play it, those bars still doesn't show up the oh sorry, we uh, accidentally, instead of the progress bars which were the gradient bar named gradient bar, we moved the other things which were if you select this, so this, if we move that to this here, and now if we move to, so it doesn't show up, and the reason of it is, if we copy this simple if we copy this component and paste it here, or simply if we try to see that what's with the size by copying and pasting, this and this is same, left, so we will simply copy this whole component and paste it, and now it does show up over here, but it was the child of another object. So if we still, okay, so because of this it's moving with somewhere else, but it does show up, which is what we wanted. So now if we move on to game, you can see it's showing up on the enemy perfectly fine. So if we play it, if we move the frame now, as you can see, it's showing up fine on the player as well, on the ally as well. But the only problem right now is left is that we have to make a parent of the other of the through code, do this via code, and second thing we are going to look for is to copy the transform component as well. Thank you.